Hey guys, it's Tracy. I am doing an upcycle project today using some empty Cricut cartridge boxes and turning them into cute little shelf sitters. So let me show you what I did. Right, here are the supplies I'm using, some empty Cricut cartridge boxes, and I'm showing you here on the inside I take some of the stones or rocks from the Dollar Tree and I glue those inside the box, preferably at the bottom because that helps it from tipping over. And then I will glue that shut, and you see how this has an indentation. I didn't like that. I wanted it to be smooth, more like a 2x4 for my block. And so what I thought is I needed something to putty it or fill that hole in this Max Patch spackle I picked up from the Dollar Tree. Works beautifully. So I just fill the top and the bottom and let that completely dry. Cover the boxes. I used a sheet of scrapbook paper and I completely covered this box using decoupage, and I chose a barnwood theme. There's so many different designs of scrapbook paper. Here is the decoupage that I used. I'm just showing you what it looks like. These little stone crosses have a different verse from the Bible, and I picked them up at the Dollar Tree. These wooden crosses are from Hobby Lobby. They are from Place Slide and they come in a package in the Vacation Bible School section of Hobby Lobby. To break up the barnwood, I am going to use a few sheets out of this Country Road collection. It is found at Hobby Lobby, and so I'm just thumbing through the paper pad and figuring out which sheets I want to use for the face of my blocks. This is how I measure stuff. I hold it up to whatever I'm going to be working with, and I make some creases or indentions so I know exactly where I need to cut it. Once I have my papers cut, I will put some decoupage on the front of the block. This will be the face of the block, and so I'm going to put it also on the paper, and then I'm going to smooth that down. And I do that by either rolling it or getting my scraper, which is I use like a squeegee, and get out all of those bubbles and get out the excess decoupage. And then I also go over the top of the project to really seal it really good. I put 2 coats of paint on the crosses. This one is Indian turquoise. This one is buttermilk. And this one is antique white. I am going to share a painting technique with you just to add some lines to this cross, a little decorative painting. And I'm using a fan brush and some buttermilk paint on this Indian turquoise cross, and just going around, just lightly, just going back over it. Going to shade the edges of the cross, and I have some clean water and my flat brush, and I'm using some light brown paint, loading half of the brush with paint, the other half in water, and blending it on a paper towel. Using a fine point Sharpie marker, I am going to go around the edges of the crosses, just adding some doodling. This is just something I like to do for my projects. I like a gloss varnish on all of my woodcraft, so I'm using this by Delta, and I am giving each cross a coat of the Delta Gloss Varnish. I'm going to take the magnet off of the back of the stone cross that I got from the Dollar Tree, so I'm going to use that carefully by going around using my X-Acto knife. I'm going to use my Faber-Castell big marker, and I'm going to be doing some shading around the outside of the block. And I'm going to use my finger to blend it, just working in sections, just going back and forth and just blending it a little bit. I will use hot glue to glue those wood crosses to the front of my block. And figuring out the position that I want, I decided I did not want them in the middle of the block, but more to the top. It's really a personal preference, but I like to use Aleene's Tacky glue as well as hot glue for little projects like this to glue those stone crosses to the wood crosses. I'm going to use this jute ribbon that I picked up at Hobby Lobby, and I am just going to make a simple little bow, attach it in the middle with my tiny attacher, my little stapler, and then I'm going to singe the edges with my lighter and decorate the top of this box with flowers. I just continue to add flowers and just build around that little bow, just adding greenery and different stems of flowers. Thanks for watching, everyone. Give me a thumbs up. I love to read your comments. Subscribe to my channel if you like more upcycle projects like this. And we will talk to you soon, and God bless.